Yo, what up, guys? Travels here. Just want to do a quick run through of the 110 event and the characters that I used. Uh, just so you know, I'll talk about the characters you use for the 1.8 as well a little bit. I think, a lot of people might know already, you are kind of forced to upgrade some characters you might not want to upgrade. For the skills section, I actually did this without Punisher in the 106 and the 108. I did use Thanos. I did try this with Thanos. I do have Thanos at 110. You're watching the 110 now. This is actually like a almost 6 minute long fight. Um, and it's not like super hard, but not super easy either. But it was really hard. I did it with Thanos a couple times actually, and I wasn't able to do it. I have heard you are able to do it with Thanos. So maybe it's really, really RNG based, but Uh, it definitely works just using the Vigilante members and then Red Guardian. Red Guardian already had a 110 G20, and I just really didn't want to bring Electra for the G20. So I did Punisher reluctantly because I already had him at G20. The This section is super easy. The second node, I think, as long as you have Sentry in the three-piece, fantastic MCU. This is a cakewalk. I wouldn't even worry about this one. You're going to bring these characters anyways. Blaster doesn't matter at all, I don't think. If you want to bring them, great. You could probably do Johnny or someone else, not the other world. The tech section is it's kind of brutal. You could see I had a couple different characters I tried. I tried Warlock, I tried Kestrel, and I tried Big Time Spider-Man, and none of them worked. Even using the full Insidious 6 team, I finally brought Shocker up. I had him G20 already. I did not have him at level 110. Um, but even using the full team, you'll see as I run through this fight too, this wasn't super easy. I end up winning the match. This is about a 6 minute long fight. These two gladiators just don't want to die. Um, I end up losing characters. I think I actually had to do this twice, even with Shocker, and get the right RNG to to end up beating this one. So you definitely need the full team, which is probably pretty annoying for some people. They probably don't want to bring the full team, but I think it's necessary if you want to get these rewards. The way I kind of look at some of these things is I am trying to compete for the event anyways. I got to bring all the characters up to 110 anyways to get the Phoenix Diamonds and Adam Warlock and Star Lord anyway. So a lot of these characters contribute to those teams regardless. So not that I necessarily wanted to bring a lot of these. I already had quite a few characters at 110. I was hoping to skate by with those, and it didn't work out. So I was forced to bring a few more for this event here, and it is what it is. But definitely a new Shocker. I use this team here, and I use Brimstone for the 106 and the 108. Unfortunately, once you get to the 110, as you can see, I didn't have my immortal weapons at 110. I did need to bring my immortal weapons up to 110 to beat this. Uh, I tried a bunch of different combinations of the characters. I could get like a kill, maybe two. You could maybe do this without bringing all of them. I think if you didn't want to bring maybe Swordmaster, I don't know. I think you're gonna need this full team. I really think you're gonna need this full team to beat this node. Um, Swordmaster was, big. He generates all the energy, and then he did the stuns because there are more Sebastians that drop after this. Um, this node was really hard. Yeah, I think you're gonna need the full mortal weapons at 110 for this, which is again maybe not what some people want, but they're a really good team. I like them. I use them in war, and I do get some more defense with them. They're very powerful in a lot of game modes. So, uh, I was kind of back and forth and trying to hoard some resources for some of the characters coming out, and I didn't wasn't necessarily certain that I wanted to bring these guys up, but I was thinking they probably would go up anyways. So I just ended up doing it today. Not the end of the world. But again, I don't know that a lot of players are going to have these guys at 110, or these are going to be priority for people to go to 110. But you're definitely going to need them for this node. You won't be able to beat the 110 without it. No way. No one else. There are uh, no other characters that are gonna be able to beat this. Tough no. The last one with the Crucible, I think people are saying New Mutants. I actually did it with a variation without the New Mutants. And the one before this, I actually used Nightcrawler instead of Phoenix, but I did the three-piece here with the New Mutants. So there's the three New Mutants, and then I did the Omega Red Phoenix Force with Phoenix. Um, and from what I've heard or seen, I think you could do this if you wanted to bring magic and do the four piece. I'm not positive on that, but I do know this right here works. I like this. I wanted to bring Phoenix Force up anyways for the new Magneto, sorry, Magneto Phoenix Force coming out. So I want to build a team anyways. I already have my new mutants. Close to 110. I think I did bring them up to 110 just to complete the 10 mutant section so I could get the diamonds. I don't have the diamonds yet on Phoenix. I'm like one skill character short and like two bios short of getting her diamonds. But anyways, I thought this was interesting to be able to do this for the Crucible section. You don't have to do the new mutants, and as you can see, my new mutants kind of get rocked here and killed. So maybe you could do it with some other combinations with Phoenix Force. Possibly. I'm not sure, but maybe not. Cannonball, I think, is pretty good. And my new mutants are pretty high level. So um, there's three diamonds on Cannonball, and definitely got some diamonds and pretty maxed out if you go back and check the levels. But this was interesting. The event, I think it was actually a little harder than I thought it was going to be. And it was fun. I got 9 diamond orbs. I opened them all, and I got absolutely nothing. Uh, no upgrades at all. So in the end, I upgraded all these characters, and I just got a little bit of gold. I guess spent 100 million gold to finish this event, and maybe like I don't know 8,000 training modules to complete this event. And I didn't really get anything out of it. So do what you will with that knowledge. It's totally up to you if you want to try and compete on this or not. But yeah, I don't think the rewards are worth it if that's what you're doing it for. But anyways, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. Besides that, good luck.